Okay, in today's video, I'm going to be doing some custom tile laying or installing. But first, I'm going to do a little workout. So no further ado, let's do this. All right, now, when you are lifting, something that in some circles, bodybuilders, it's common knowledge. And that is anything you can curl 20 times, rep 20 times, you can double that weight most of the time. All right. So today I'm going to take this actually about 55 pounds or so. I'm going to curl it 20 reps, which is equivalent to me doing 100 pounds, 1 to 2 reps. Okay. 1. 5. It's a good way to start your day. 7. 8. 9. 10. 11. 12. 13. 14. 15. 16. 17. 18. 19. 20. 21. All right, now I could literally rep that 24, 25 times, but 20 reps is a good amount. All right, so this is pre to working out, to going to work. Something I like to do periodically. I need to make it a daily thing. All right, I'm out of shape anymore, so it feels good to be able to knock out those 20. And if you notice, it's controlled. I'm not swinging it, okay? There is a technique for that and a purpose, but not when you're just wanting to build strength and develop your muscle. All right, once I get my wind back, I'm going to do some reverse curls, okay? But today, when I get done here, I'm going to go get started. I'm going to continue to do this custom tile setting, installing, laying, because I want the tile, I'm mixing my mud thick, almost like concrete, and I want it to run away from the cabinets. This is what the tile installers aren't showing you. All right, either you mix your mud real thick or you can control it. So you can build it up and run a slope away from your cabinets, away from your wall, and then level it out. Okay, so you control the water flow if there's a flood, toilet drain, toilet overfills, backs up, water line busts, under the sink or something. At least you can control it to some degree, keep it away from your walls, unless you just have an overall flood out, right? So I'm not just putting the thin set down and then laying the tile on it, because I want to control it. And then this is what the tile guys are not showing you or really telling you. This is their tricks of the trade that they leave out of their videos. I haven't seen anyone here on YouTube showing you that as of yet, or it's a video I haven't seen if there is. So that's what I'm doing. I showed you that in my first video, going around the toilet area. All right, so let's do this. Reverse curls. If you notice, my palms are down. My palms are facing you with your palms down. Because when you go down, they're down. Reverse curl. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I'm out of shape. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah. Yeah. All right, the reverse curl works on your forearm, works on your grip, works on your side of your bicep over here. And I'm out of shape. First time to do that in a long time. All right. So, if you have any questions about this, feel free to ask in the comments. I used to bodybuild. You'd never really know it nowadays. Had my stomach all cut open. It looks like Frankenstein. It kind of sticks out like I'm fat and overweight. It's because my stomach's all, I got cut from here to here. I'm cut over here. So I really look way out of shape. But nonetheless, if you have any questions about bodybuilding techniques, if you notice, I was swinging just a little bit there, struggling a little bit because I'm out of shape, but I'm controlled. You don't drop it down, okay? Control it on that last one. Sit it down, don't throw it down, don't drop it. Go through the motion. Keep your muscles tight, take it down. All right, so let's get to this bathroom. And thank you for being here. Appreciate your time and support. And if you have any questions, as always, feel free to ask. Okay, this 30-pound bag is equivalent to 50. And it's no polymer in it, but I'm substituting it with this over here, this Quikrete, all right? Concrete bonding agent adhesive. Remember, that's a dries like a plastic, so it takes the place of this. It works out really well. You can also give it a 3/4 inch slump or buildup. All right, so let's put this in. Okay, I'm making this thick, remember. Let this dust settle where I can see what's going on. All right, let's see how thick it is. It helps if I plug it in, don't it? All right, let's see how thick this is going to be. Yes, this is very dry and clumpy. Little goes a long way. Don't want to overdo it. And you don't want to breathe this powder. You do not want to breathe it. Okay, hopefully that'll be enough, or I'll be adding a little more, or a little more thinset. All right, now let's check the consistency. Look at this. That's about like concrete. Almost. All right, that should be good enough, or I can mix it a little thicker, or I could add a little more or a little water to it as well. Well, I have to say this is probably a little bit more like peanut butter. I mean, it's thick. As you can see here, it's just really thick. Okay. I may make it a little bit thicker for the purpose of raising up the edge, all right, and staying in place. All right, I added more thinset. It's really, this is more like concrete, all right? Real dense. Okay, now I'm going to put this here on the back side where I want it to be a little higher. All right. You can see how it's spreading. Okay, I actually have more than I need. I'm going to use it and I'll spread it across. Now this is super, super thick. If I didn't tell you, I'm sure you'd be going, hey, he just mixed that really thick. He added more to it. Thin set, yeah, I did. Not as much, really. I may have added like half a cup to this. I'm not exactly sure, but it wasn't much. Okay, now the other thing I can do now that it's thick, I can add a little bit of water to this and thin it down when I'm done here. I could have made two separate containers of thin set, one with this heavy thick mud in it, and then one mixed about like peanut butter, about the consistency it was when I started. But this way all I do is I just add a little water or a little bit more of that concrete adhesive and I'm good. Okay. But now, get done here, I'll add the concrete adhesive. And we will be dialed in. And it'll be thinned down and it'll work well now. Alright, I have these leveling spacers. Okay, already put them in after you set the tile. Alright. I like keeping my edges nice and clean. Alright, as you can see, it's higher in the back. I'll match it up to the tile up against the vanity here. Alright, now I'm going to come in where I can kind of adjust this and control it. Okay. Now, I'm going to press it down some and make the necessary adjustments. Let's see if I can't get you down here where I'm working so you can see what I'm doing, and hopefully, there you go. Let me zoom in a little more here. All right, now. You get up close and personal with your work. All right. All right, you can take this, push this back away. All right. Okay, got that there. Nice and tight here. All right. Get it fleshed up here. To the back side of this tile up against the vanity. All right, up against the kick plate, toe kick. All right, now I like to go in towards the piece that's already set, or the piece that's in front. All right, they do have a little device that you can put on these clips that squeeze it down, but I push the clip kind of forward and then I pull it back and I push in with my thumb on the clip, on the shim, the wedge. Okay, and I lock that down. This levels it out. And feel it here at the joint. That joint feels good. All right. Now, get this leveled out here. All right, I gotta get this pushed forward. Now remember, there's a slight bow on these longer tile that shows up a little bit more, and that's a drawback to these longer tile, is they have a few more imperfections. And here I'm going to have to adjust this, which I don't like to do. All right, but we want our corners equal, even, flush, straight and even. Okay, it needs to come out here more. Okay, so unfortunately, I'm going to have to do that. Now that I've got this where I want it, and now I can push it back towards this other tile here. And I'm going to have to put a little shim. These wedges are perfect for all kinds. Now I can make a wooden shim easily enough. Okay. But these plastic ones are just so convenient, and you can use these for woodworking. I use it for holding my tile when I cut my tile on the wet tile saw. Shims, you know, and so these plastic shims are great just for GP, for different things. Okay, now I've got that set. That's nice and even. Now I can put these shims in here, and this feels good here. All right. Okay, what I do is I press. It pushes this leveling spacer forward, then I pull it back with my thumb. Press in, push it back, forward, push it back. That's good and solid. Okay, good and firm. All right. Yeah, I need just that one, but I like using two for GP. I push this shim forward. That pushes the spacer forward, and you come back. Sometimes it takes a little bit of doing, and that's why they make this tool for doing it. It's a little handheld tool, kind of like a vice grip, so to speak. All right, now I take my leveling spacers and I put them in here. I bring it up to the top of the bottom of the tile. All right. And then to remove the spacers, you hit them on the side. Okay. And a rubber mallet works well. You could use a wooden block and a hammer, so you don't take chances in chipping or damaging your tile surface. Okay. You can use a hammer, but you know, I really don't recommend it. Do not recommend it. Alright, I got some thin sets sticking out here. Okay, that can't interfere with the next piece of tile going up. That's why I like these nice and clean. And that's how you do that. Alright. Now if you have any gaps on the edge, you can take your margin trowel or your trowel and push it in and work it, and then clean it off. You know, hit the edge. All right, and make sure it's nice and clean and smooth before it dries, unless you're doing a bunch at one time. So you see that is really thick. I'm going to add some more that polymer to it, liquid polymer, concrete adhesive. Remember, it dries like a plastic. All right, so this is custom tile laying, custom tile installation. When you do this, that way you can control and you can actually create a slope on the tile. You can also cut pieces of tile just 1/4 inch wide, 1/2 inch wide, and lay them against your vanity toe kick or on the back side of your toilet, wherever you want to raise the tile to create a slope. Just run them there, put your thin set on, make sure you have enough, test it, and you've got this pre-slope set up just by cutting pieces of tile and using the shim it to bring it up on the back side where you want to have runoff in case the toilet overflows or sink or whatever. I have a video where I've tiled underneath my sink where it's all sloped towards the run out of the sink. I've got curbing around the sides. Look at my playlist. Looks really sharp and it will last a lifetime. Plus, so remember, never give up because there's always a way. Always. And we just got to find out what that way is, right? So don't give up. If you have any questions, feel free to ask, and I truly mean that. If I'm busy and I don't get right to your comment, keep looking, come back to the comments. At some point, eventually, a week or two or whatever, I do get back if it's not right away. We can do a Facebook chat, messenger chat, should I say. Whatever, however. So take care, tell a friend, save this video for a future reference. The working out in the beginning is something I've started doing here recently, and I'm getting in shape. I have a playlist called Getting Fit with Ken, because Ken needs to get fit. And I show all different types of exercises regardless of where you're at. You can do these exercises and build muscle, get strong, even if you're in a wheelchair. Get up in bed. There's exercises I show you in that Getting Fit with Ken series that I have in a playlist that you can do. Or if you're intermediate bodybuilder, you're learning. If you've been bodybuilding for a while, I show you some techniques that I've developed in this. You can use no weights or with weights. So that's all extra. So remember, home improvement tips, aka easy 2 tips and tricks, etc. So take care, God bless, bye for now. And truly never give up, because there's always a way, always. God bless and bye.